Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Today I will be streaming Imor versus Loka followed by Immers versus Appa. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream, blah blah blah. Standard disclaimer and everything. This is the standing that we currently have. The room invite will be up shortly. There we go. If you want rewards, make sure to watch through the portal and make sure that you are logged in. And then basically you will get some free stuff. It's not epic free stuff. Basically you will get some combat XP boosters, crew XP boosters, a hardcore fan avatar, sometimes 3 certs and a day of prem. So it's not that much, but it's still free stuff, so that's why it could still be worth it. I've got it playing basically on my phone to make sure that everything is going well. The timer should activate like at 8 PM, which is pretty much now when you hear me because of the 5 minutes delay. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that as well to make sure that everything is going as it should. And for now, let's just focus on the matches and just have fun with stuff. Basically, I am looking forward to these matches as well. Imo is a lovely clan with great people in there. Loka, of course, incredibly strong. So it's not going to be easy for either of them, to be honest. And as a streamer, I'm always hoping for a tiebreaker, so they're still hoping for that as well. Imor almost completely ready, just missing one player. Loka still needing a few, but there's still 3.5 minutes to go. And there we go, some more people coming in. And we are going to Fort Despair first. Basically, a small map. I've loaded in all the maps before and through a training room, so I'm hoping that I can enter the battle in time this time. But we never know how it works. We'll see, basically. And we'll hope for the best. Right now, YouTube's being a bit of a peep. I'm trying to keep track of what's happening on the stream chat and everything. So I've got like, it is so stupid to be honest, because I've got my live control room on my iPad, I've got this on my laptop, I've got as much close on my laptop as possible just to ease the strain on the poor thing, and I've got the portal on my phone. So basically I'm using 3 devices to do this, which is, to be honest, really stupid. But as long as I do not have the money to buy myself a proper desktop with multiple screens, this is how we're going to do it. At least I can get it to work, so should be happy enough with that, I suppose. Let's see, just checking to see that nothing is blocking your OBS. My logo is in the right bottom corner. And we have 2.5 minutes left to go, thereabouts, until we get the first match. Now, like I said, I'm just going to take a quick... It actually left me there, nice. This is the current standings. BPS, Loka and EG all and Jones leading with 3 points. Appa with 2 points and Imor and Raid with 1 point and Vil with 0 points so far. This is only the 5th round, so pretty much anything can still happen. And there's no real pressure just yet. Like, there's 2 rounds of round robins. The teams will get to know each other more. Like, I know that the players know each other, teams know each other, they will have trained against each other and everything. But still, it is always different when you have actual tournaments. But yeah, standings-wise, there's not that much going on just yet, and anything can still happen. So, now we just wait for... the deal for real coming into the chat to troll about the rewards. So far the rewards have actually been handed out pretty nicely. The only thing is that there's a bug where you don't get any notifications of actually having gotten anything. You only get the notification of the avatar, I think. And that's because it pops up in the avatar menu. But yeah. It is still some nice free stuff though. And I like that Wargaming isn't doing it anymore. Like, one stream gives rewards and the rest do not. So basically, you can watch whatever stream, whatever matchup, whatever streamer you prefer. And if you're here, welcome, good luck with me. But yeah, 40 seconds left to go. I'm a little bit out of breath, I've actually no idea why. But we see Loka having readied up in an IS-2, 3 IS-7s even, an AMX-50B and 3 Yos. In the meantime, I'm trying to get some throat candy, but it's gotten big sticky. And on Imor's side we see a 113 in IS-7, 2 Kraanwagens, another 113 in IS-4, and a 263. And this is sort of like what Loka is... Well, we don't see any Yos on Immo's side. I'm actually really surprised at that, because that seems to be like the main tournament tank. So let's see what they do with their Yoless lineup. Let's see. Reward should now start to go on the portal. Actually loaded in on time. That is lovely. Let's see. Immo heading towards the AB area. Loka looking to do the same thing. Elon's going to that lovely little camping spot. Weshtastic on the other side doing the same thing. No, he's actually going through. People are getting spotted. Not everyone though. But base B is very cheekily being taken. And both Bench and Finn lost some HP over that. There's a lot of tanks in the middle though. And they have to be careful with that. And base B has actually been taken, which means that now Loka has an advantage. Sorry I'm not sorry has been spotted as well. And this is tricky because basically Loka is dug into the city, and that will make it hard for Immo to actually grab the city or grab a base. Bench taking quite a bit of a hit there. Has to be careful. Moral's taking a hit back. They are keeping... Basically they are spawning them. That was a nice little shot by Unitastic, who does pay for it though. But so does Sorry I'm Not Sorry. And overall, it seems that now Elon's relocating, trying to get some shots in as well. Just look at the way that Loka is dug in. We have Anyatastic behind them. Unitastic now losing a bit more HP. Elon's trying his best from that position, but it is tricky. And basically there's a bit of a standoff going on. Fantastic now moving in. Elon's is relocating. They are rushing, and they're rushing hard. Going after Bench Carrier, who's not going to live to tell the tale very long. Wooftastic being taken out as well. Max now moving to save himself, but in the same time running into the guns of other people. Morals has been taken out. Max is still alive. The AMX has moved, but he's now going to take him out. Both teams have lost 2 guns. This was a push that wasn't needed, and I'm surprised at it happening. Anya now reloading. Sticky taking a hit. And they have to be careful here. Loka now pushing on this side. Elon's all the way at the back. Or back-ish, I should say. Far removed from the rest of the battlefield. Fantastic is out. Cora is out. Both teams have lost 3 guns. Sticky not looking too good. He's going to be out very soon. There he goes. It is 4 versus 3. Elon's now pushing with Sorry against Yasiotastic. And they really have to be careful not to overextend here, because if they do, if they lose another tank, this is exactly what I mean. Sorry I'm Not Sorry, taking hits that he didn't really need to take there. 113. Now moving in. Again, precarious done. Precarious action. It might work out, but oh, he does work out. And now it is 3 versus 2. Cheeky bounce by the 113 there. Unitastic going after Daze. But he actually gets taken out by Elons. And Anyatastic now the last one left. Not yet reloaded, but there comes Daze. And he takes him out. Takes a shot for it, but takes him out. That was... wow. I'm I'm not sure why Loka pushed here. They had a good position. They had really good positions. They had the base. They didn't need to take the action. And then they decided to push and it didn't work out in their favor. That's gotta be uncomfortable for them, to be honest. They probably thought they just had this. But Immo's basically support fire on one another. Even though it looked a bit chaotic here and there with Elon's basically running around the back and everything. But at the end of the day, they did win. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go before we go into the second match on Fort Despair. We see different lineups being taken. We see now an AMX 50B on Immo's side. We see an E5 arriving, a Yo, 2 Yos, a Vickers, a Mouse, and potentially a Kranwagen. Let's see what Sticky is going to take. It's a 113, so it's an AMX 50B, a 113, an E5, a Vickers, a Yo, a Kranwagen, and a Mouse. Assuming the core sticks with this tank. Versus 2 IS7s, 2 113s, and 3 Yos. 20 seconds left to go before we go into the second match. The Yo has now been changed to an IS4. They're staying away from the Yos. I'm surprised at that. Or maybe not. No, he does stick with the IS4 now. And this is the thing though. The Yo has been so dominant. Like, in every match I've seen so far, it's really surprising to not see him. Let's see. Second match, here we go. I'm actually really surprised at loading in on time. Usually, like, especially the first few matches, it really has trouble with that. And I still don't know why. And now we see Imor focusing on the BC side. With the Vickers then mainly to spot probably, to make sure that that is where they are going. And you see the light bulbs basically hitting. And he's just like, yeah, let's not be there. This might be tricky though, I'm not sure if he's going to get away with it. Base C is now being taken, Daze has been spotted, he has to be... Oh, ow, ow, ow! He survives, but only with 130 HP. That is brutal. We see blind shots being taken. No one is there though. Base B now being taken, but Imor has an advantage. They've almost lost the gun though. And Daze will not be able to be the cheeky little Vickers that you want the Vickers to be. Max now in position to overlook and decap base A if they want to go for that. They have to be careful though. And they're standing at the back. Some shots being fired. No damage being done yet though. Only Daze, who almost had his life ripped away from him. The thing is, they are shooting at Yazio-tastic, but they're not penning. So they have to be careful with that. You also don't want to waste your shots. And in this case, it will be up to Loka to make a push. We have Untitled in the IS7. Now going to do some spotting, I believe. And he's going to find some tanks here. Daze has to be very careful where he's at, because he's a one-shot. Base A is now being taken. This is very cheeky of them. And he's not spotted. Fantastic does get shot. They know whereabouts he is. He does get reset. He's just not spotted. Max taking a hit there. Untitled as well. Now he has been spotted. And there you go, that's the punishment for it. Just want to point out as well that, like, Dace is still alive. He may have 130 HP, but he's still alive and he's still shooting. He's now running around, going to the back. He just has to be very careful. He actually missed that shot. But this one won't. We have 2 Yos going back though. That is very little damage to be doing. And we have the Yos doing around. He now knows that he's not going to be alone. And is he going to make it? Oh no, he gets taken out. But he survived for way longer than they thought he would. Elons is at the middle. Not spotted right now. But we have Washtastic. Yeah, there we go. Elons has been spotted. And got shot from both sides. No. Camera derp. Is being clipped by the O's here. And Wash takes a hit for it back. But now with the tank out of the way, Loka has the advantage. And it will be up to Immor to make the move here. Washtastic is now being set upon. We have Sorry I'm Not Sorry moving around. Max is losing a lot of HP though. He is pretty much like, he's going for it, but he's not going to survive this. That was a bit of a push that I'm not sure that was needed. Elon's not looking too healthy either. He gets taken out as well. 930 points. Washtastic has been taken out. And base B is being contested. And bench gets absolutely obliterated here. This is basically Loka is keeping their forces close together. Which is very much needed. And they do take out Fantastic, but Sticky is not going to live either. And that is an issue. Anya is almost gone. 940 points for Immor. Oh, there goes Sticky. There goes Whoosh. Woof. Sorry, I'm not sorry. It goes every which way. It is 1 versus 2. Cora might survive this. If he just survives a little bit longer. 990. This is as close as it gets, people. Look at this. Look at this. They win. A lot of risk taken. So surprised at this. Wow, what a game. How close that was, though. Oof. Cora winning by surviving. And it just was so close. Weep Tamkins just asked, are the rewards for Asian server too? No, the rewards are just for EU server because it is an EU stream. All the servers are being streamed by 1 or more people. And they have their own portal links. And if you're logged in on the portal for your server, you can get rewards. But you can't get rewards for the EU stream if you're from NA or Asia. You will hear this in 5 minutes, mind, but still. But seriously though, that game just now. And it just looked like some big risks were taken. And I'm like, why? But then it still worked out in the end. And it's 2-0 for Immor. And we are getting ready for the next map, which is Black Goldville. And in 40 seconds we will be going there. And Immor is taking 3 IS-7s, a Yo, 2 Yos, a Kranwagen and a Vickers. Versus a VK-90, 2 IS-7s, 3 Yos and a Vickers. Immor finally going with the Yos. I'm just like, we always see Yos, and usually it's like 3 or more. So it's interesting to see what a non-Yo metagame can do as well. And here we go, countdown clock has begun. And we are going into the game. Let's go. And I have to add, again, like, they won this despite nearly losing a tank all the way in the beginning. Pink camo, best camo. Let's see. Max go towards the middle. Emo focusing a bit on the B and C area. Max has already been spotted, but he is going straight for the cap either way. That is a very cheeky move. If he gets this, that would be very surprising, not gonna lie. Unitastic making a little bit of a move. But Max actually gets that base. That is... wow. Base EA is now being taken by Loka. Base C is right now uncontested. Day is getting spotted there. Max putting back behind his rock into relative safety. We have Cora has been spotted. Basically putting the Vickers there keeps the other side like on their toes, because they will get spotted crossing over. And then we have the VK behind there to do some damage. So that is tricky. Both teams are a little bit spread out, but Loka is spread out all the way across the map, like you can basically draw a line between them. Whereas Immor is more a bit focused in the corner. Unitastic now making a move. Not getting shot for it. Morov's taking a little bit of a hit there. And we have Unitastic going into the base. Yes, he is. Cora taking it for it though. Base C is now being taken. And we have Unitastic side scraping there. Lots of lines of fire happening on the other side. But now it will be up to Immor to make a move, to take a base. And this is tricky because now the VK Unitastic can actually push them and sort of put pressure on their spawn. Whereas Immor will have to make a move. Max Verstappen taking a lot of hits there. And it sounds so weird to say that name honestly, but still. And now base B is being taken. The Vic is being very cheeky here. Cora reloading his clip. The VK is coming for him though, so he has to be careful. Moros in the middle. Elon's losing quite a bit of HP there. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And a little bit more. And more. And more. And he's actually deleted. That was... it seemed unnecessary. Now we have Bench Carrier on his own. In his non-DPM tank. Facing off against Yazio. And Anyatastic. He gets taken out. In the corner over here we have Sorry I'm Not Sorry. Who is being set upon by two tanks as well. And losing a lot of HP. Cora is out. And Loka already has it because of points. That is how quick it went. Also with the tanks being taken out like that. In this game, to be honest, Immor felt lost. Like, not sure what they were going for here. Whereas Loka was just like, yeah, we're doing this. And basically the push on C was the pivotal point for them. Because it forced Immor, and I don't know, I can't call it a panic reaction because it's not panic at this level, but it was strange. Let's see, 1 minute 20 seconds left before we go into the fourth match of this best of 7. No repressure just yet. Loka now ready with 2 I7s, a 113, 3 Yos and a Vickers. And on the other side we see the lineups changing with 1 minute left. Let's see. And to be fair, we have seen quite a few comebacks during this tournament already. I wonder if Loka is going to do the same now, or if Immor is going to regroup again. We see Imo now ready with 3 O's, a Batchat, a Vickers, and 2 IS-7s. For the second match on Black Goldville. And this is kind of the thing, like, at this stage, I just want the matches, just game on, basically, and we have to wait until the game actually does that. But it's exciting. Like, the first 2 games, Imo was amazingly strong, a bit chaotic, but amazingly strong. And then this last match, basically, Loka just walked all over them. And it was weird. So I'm really hoping that Imo will regroup. And that we'll see some nice, tense matches. Like the second game, that was so freaking close. And let's see. Bench in the Batchat. Imo now going towards the base A area. We're also going probably towards the middle spot. Or going towards base C. That's also a potential thing. But that's also where we see the Vickers and the Batchat going. And they're not spawning each other. Bench actually passing through unspotted. That's interesting on its own. Going for that cap. And Ross at this point should know who is in there, either the Batchat or the Vickers. But this is the thing now, Loka has the gun advantage on the other side. And they are going for base A. Cheeky shot there by Korra into Yazio. But now Korra has to be careful not to get rushed. Oof, big hits into Sticky there. A and C have been taken. Max also losing some HP. Sticky losing more HP. He's not looking too healthy. Max is losing HP very quickly as well. This is not working out as Imo intended, I'm sure. And Sticky is in a very tricky position. He can't really change his position without getting shot from either side. And that's hard. In the meantime, we have Vickers versus Batchat and Vickers action on the other side. Sticky gets taken out first though. And now, there goes Mrost. And now we have Korra repositioning. Max is going to get taken out as well because he's not going to be able to survive there. Sorry I'm Not Sorry is there to share HP probably. The lights are moving up. Bench not looking too healthy. Elon's moving in. Fantastic. Max Verstappen still alive. Didn't get that clip in though. And he gets taken out. Basically, Imo is a bit spread out. And it's allowing Loka to go at them in duos. Like now we have Anya, who is being set upon. But at the same time, they've lost another gun. And Korra is being set upon as well. Korra is not going to survive this. He doesn't even get to fire that last shot before Wooftastic takes him out. Base A now being capped by Bench. But that's basically all he can do. And all he can do then is run. And that's basically what Dace is doing as well. Elons is the sacrificial lamb here. He is being utterly destroyed. And now it is 2 versus 5. And most of those 5, well basically all of them, are still pretty healthy looking. And now we see them getting ready. And they both get spotted. Actually getting in each other's ways a little bit there. Base A is being capped. Base B will be capped. And we have some very healthy tanks now gunning for these lights. Bolt getting a shot in the Bench, I should say. And then he gets taken out. And only Days is left. And he's gone to the corner. But there's no surviving this. And this is the thing I've noticed, that like Loka keeps attacking tanks in twos. They move in pairs basically. And then they gang up on one specific person. But they do it in several micro battles. Whereas Imor is basically leaving those singular tanks behind to try and deal with the rest. But the rest of Loka is in pretty good positions. And now it's 2-2 the score. So that's also interesting to see. Because this is already a comeback for Loka. And now we move to Camp Silla, and I wonder if they can keep on going. Or, yeah, basically, like I said, as a streamer, I'm always wishing for tiebreakers. And that has everything to do with the fact you want more games, you want the most games possible. But also, a tiebreaker would mean that the teams are pretty much evenly matched. And that also makes it more interesting. But let's see, we have Imor now ready with 2 Vickers, a VK90, a Yo, an IS-7, a Kranwagen, and another IS-7. Versus an AMX-50B, 2 Vickers, an IS-7, and 3 Yos. And this is kind of the thing, like, when you get matches like this, they're very interesting to see. Even if I have a feeling that with this specific matchup, I'm missing things. Because there are some moves that do not really make sense to me. But I had that some days ago with Veil as well, and I understood that it was a tactic, only the tactic didn't work. So it looked really weird. And here we go. Into the 5th match of this best of 7. Again, there's no real match point yet. Let's see. Andy just asked, since when does Ollie carry benches? I think it's mainly just wishful thinking, to be honest. Maybe he's benching things. Now we have Loka focusing on the BC area. Imor going more AC-ish. Days already getting spotted there, so he has to be careful. We see lines of fire already happening. Anya taking a shot. Fantastic taking a shot as well. Days has to be careful where he's at. Finn taking another one. And another one. Days getting hit brutally here. And there's not really much he can do at that stage. Oof, Anya taking a big hit as well. Finn moving more into the niche. Days getting the blip out of there. Lines of fire happening. Base A is being kept. Max has to be careful, he's not going to get YOLO rushed. But that might be exactly what is going to happen now. Sticky now getting hit hard. Max reloading to get those shots in. And Max is in trouble here. He has help though, he's not alone. Weshtastic losing a lot of HP, Max as well. But he is getting some shots in. He is getting tracked though, and he's getting perma-tracked, and that's the end of Max. Base C has been kept in the meantime. And we have the Vickers, both of them, running towards the back. And this might be a Vickers versus Vickers thing. With the Vickers going over there. Not yet spotting someone, but waiting for those Vickers to be there somewhere. Now both of them have been spotted. And we see lines of fire happening. Untitled arriving. Days not looking too healthy. Sorry, I'm not sorry going in. They are both going for him. But now we have Untitled arriving as well. And that could be dangerous. Lots of low HP targets on Loka's side. But so far, all the tanks are still alive. Sorry, I'm not sorry. Has to be careful though. Because there's now an AMX-50B arriving. He still takes him out. And we have the AMX now. Oof! Can he make that climb? No, he cannot. Oh. If he had made it, that would have been the end of Sorry, I'm not sorry. He does get a hit into Untitled, but Daze takes him out. And that's the third gun, from Loka gone. Weshtastic gets taken out. And we have Yazio not looking healthy either. Gets taken out by Elons. It is now 6 versus 2 versus 1. And now we only have Unitastic left. And I just want to point out that Korra is surviving on 21 HP right now. Unitastic actually got stuck against the bridge there, I think. Unitastic driving. Still getting some shots in, but there he goes. And the match is for Immo. And this is a lovely comeback again now from Immo's side. I mean, this is what I mean. When the score goes up and down like this, regardless of how strong you think a specific team is or isn't, it's lovely to see because it means that they are evenly matched in this case. And that just makes it lovely. So we are getting ready for this 6th match of this best of 7. It is potential match point for Immo here. And we see a very different lineup appearing. We see 2 Batchets, a Yo, an IS-7, 2 AMX-50Bs and potentially... No, there's another Yo. And on the other side, Loka is changing the lineup a bit as well. And let's see, we see an AMX-50B, 2 of them, an IS-7, 3 Yos, and a Vigus. They left one of the Vigus behind. And let's see. I probably sound tired, by the way. I'm sorry for that. I am genuinely excited, though. Like I said, I love matches like this. Matchups where it's not a walkover. And there have been times in the past where you had like a top 8 and then some of the teams were specifically weaker and it would be a walkover and you get 4 zeros and everything. I love scores like this. It shows the level between these teams. And that is just epic. "12 seconds left to go before we go into the 6th match. As said, potential match point for Immo here. And let's see. Dun 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 dun. As Ollie would say, let's go! Loka splitting their forces 2 ways. The Batchets going down to the middle. I'm not sure if they're going to try to cheeky cap together. They could potentially do that. And that would be very cheeky indeed. Especially since like there's only one Vigus on the other side. And he's actually on the hill there. We see a base B cap happening. But we have 2 AMX-50Bs that might ruin their day. They do get the base, but oh. That missed though. That bounce though. That was a bounce in the bummy. Did you see the line? Holy peep, I can't believe they survived that. That is, and we have Anya losing a lot of HP over this, but wow. I can't believe they got away with that. And not losing nearly as much HP as I thought they would at that. And now they're casually going around the back. Potentially going to get a cap as well. Not sure, they are at least... They are exchanging positions a little bit. Unitastic losing a lot of HP here. They are attempting to steal base B, which is not really working out as intended for Loka. Base C is being kept. Loka is actually pushing the AMX 50Bs. Perma tracking Cora. That is the end of Cora. Oof. Oh, Yazio-tastic just got deleted there. Max Verstappen as well though. And there's the 2 AMX 50Bs gone. And base B has been stolen in the meantime as well. Now base A is being taken. Oof, the Yos are being forced to retreat. Loka coming back with a vengeance here, quite literally into the game. And now, Loka has a gun advantage. An HP advantage. They are capping base C to get the base advantage as well. And the bad chats are going around the back. But that won't be in time to reset any base. These games though, like honestly... Morals going around the back. The bad chats are on the hill. That could go very well or very badly indeed. They get spotted. That was a dangerous shot for Sorry to take. Both bad chats have been spotted. Loka is relocating. Immo will have to make a move. Because the longer they wait, the bigger the advantage for Loka. Big hits into Wesh there. Elon still has a shot left. And this is tricky now if the batch is relocating again as well. This is the thing. Look at how Loka is dug in. You have Fantastic here on the ramp. You have Rooftastic on the other side. Ross and Uni and Anya are moving around the other side. And you have the Batchats on the hill. And they will have to make a move. They will have to go for it. Immo has to go for it at some point. My camera is derping and I hate it. Now we have a 1v1 happening on the other side. But there's Anya-tastic as well. The Batchats are now moving in. We are at 832 points. There goes Fantastic. Wesh has to be taken out here. And it is so important to get every shot in now. Sticky gets taken out though. So does Wesh. Base B is being taken. Elons is losing HP. The Vic is on the hill there. Dace is barely alive. Elon's not looking too healthy either. He's going to get taken out. Ooh, he is very lucky there. But he gets taken out from the other side then. And Dace has no option but to try and rush his way through. C has been taken. But Dace, there's just too little HP. And he gets taken out, and now it's Loka match. And we get our tiebreaker. This though, Loka, basically, Immo had, like, it looked like all the advantage, and then Immo just, Loka just came back with an iron fist and smacked them right out of there. Even though it looked to be going so well with the Batchets in the beginning. What a game. And now we have a 3-3. And tiebreaker time. We are going to Dynasty Sprawl. Which, to be fair, isn't exactly my favorite map because it's so tiny. But oof. And we see potentially an AMX 54 being taken. Not sure if that's going to be the thing, but we'll see. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to go. Unitastic going for the VK90. Wesh may be taking the same thing. 2 IS7s, 2 Yos, and potentially the AMX50B on Loka's side. Nah, it's another Yo. 4 Yos, 2 IS7s, and a VK for Loka. Versus, not entirely certain yet. Tanks are still being changed, but 40 seconds left, so that's enough time to do that. And that is a lot of 113s potentially to take. Again, then it's one of those big risk rewards, but it is a big risk. Because the 113s are juicy. And we see 3 113s, 2 IS7s, an E100, a Kranwagen, and it is an E5 rather than another 113. He does not have a lot. No, it's a Yo after all. With 10 seconds left on the clock. For the all-important tiebreaker that decides who gets the point for this matchup. Woohoo! Here we go. And let's see. This is like, ha! These matches. And like, I know that there's no real pressures yet because this is just the first round robin round that we have. Well, we have 2 round robins basically. But still, like any point that you get now, you don't have to get later. So it is like, and now of course I load in late. What? Okay, there we go. Oh, I like that. That's sportive. Let's see. Emo heading towards the base C area. Loka heading towards the base A area. That's going to be interesting in and of itself. This is like the only map where I always feel that the bird's eye view is too high. So we have Imo all the way over there. Loka all the way over here. Neither are taking base just yet. Nowadays is moving in though. But not. A is being taken. 2 damage done to Unitastic there. Sorry. I shouldn't laugh at those kind of things, but that is kind of funny. C is being taken. Wesh may be looking to reset, but he doesn't. But Loka has a slight point advantage here. A little bit of damage being done to Wesh there. Two damage being done. That is like, you don't see that very often. Let's see. Loka is dug in nicely. And now it will be up to Imo to make a move again. Blind shots happening into the bushes. And we have the 113s at the back. Cora taking a big hit there. Wolftastic taking a hit there. And we have the 113s basically waiting. I'm not sure how he got hit though. Being all the way over there. But okay. Fantastic regrouping to get back close to... Look at how close together Loka is. They're basically me, okay, you can push us, but if you do, it will basically cost you a lot. And they're not entirely certain, I think, what they want to do and where they want to push. This is a bit of a stalemate game, but it's intense nonetheless. Because Loka has that advantage, but the advantage is slight. And I'm basically just flying around, showing you the aerial view of the map. Let's see. Not much happening here. Thing is, they could potentially try to take base speed, but then you have Washtastic over here, and over there you have Fantastic. Basically, it's not completely unprotected here. Thing is, every time I fly around, the camera does sort of like go higher on its own. think they're expecting people in their spawn, or they're trying to say that we want to go through their spawn. Cora spots Unitastic. Doesn't actually make a move though. But we are at 700 points now. And at some point they will have to make a move. Like, this flying around is basically not doing anything useful either. But the thing is, like, I do admire this, because the way that Loka is so closely grouped together just means that any push will be met with heavy opposition and an instant reaction from 4 full clippers, along with a lot of armor and troll armor. And Imo will have to do something. Daze has been spotted, did get shot at. Now we have Sorry I'm Not Sorry also spotted. Did get a shot in. But that's not going to cut it. They have to move. They have to do something. 855 points for Loka. And we now see the I7s moving in to quickly cap together 4 of them together. If they get this, then that would be fantastic. There's a lot of fire going in. A lot of firepower being used. They do get the base though. And this could be all important here. Because now they're going to get the points. But they need to get themselves out of there. And to survive. Imo trying to protect themselves. Loka pushing in hard. And that's exactly what they need to do. Going into base B. It is all about the one-shots. And actually Imo has it. That kill, hitting a split second earlier than the other kill. That has it. What a game. Holy poop. That is amazing. Very, very well done, Imo. Massive congratulations, honestly. Very well played by both the teams. I really enjoyed these matches. They were fantastic, but wow. That's got to feel good. That's got to feel really, really good to Imo. Commiserations, of course, to Loka. These matches, they were pretty close, and I actually thought that Imo would not be able to get it because they pushed in so late. But they didn't allow Loka to get the kills that they needed, and just, wow. Fantastic. Really well done. Whew. Let's have a look at what the other teams are doing. Sorry, just sending a quick message. So we have BPS with 4 points, Jones with 4 points, so they won both their matches. Let's see who was EG up against. They lost to the Joneses. Who was BPS against? Zert in the chat. We are about to witness a Vano masterclass. Holy freaking god. Yes, you are. This match that you're seeing on the stream, well, you hear this 5 minutes later, but still. BPS won from App, and that only means that we're Raid versus Veil, which Raid took home. So we have 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 0 points. But holy freaking heck, Imo. That last game though, like, I'm sort of like, because I have the live control room on my iPad, I have the video playing, and I see this, like, wow. Like, honestly. Really great games. And yeah. So after this, we have Imo versus Appa. And we just have to be careful not to be overconfident now. But, like, wow. Right, I actually forgot to see what time. Oh, no, it's 8:04, so I can 9:04, I should say. So I can show you a replay. Let's see what have I got for you. I'm gonna show you a backchat game just because I can. Let's go. Pink backchat, always a good thing. A little bit of a spotting position. It is encounters the no supremacy bases. Oof, that didn't pen. And now he gets spotted, so he has to be careful. And he decides to reload this clip, which is generally a good move in these kind of situations. And now I want to believe that everyone like knows this, but if you do not, if you double click the ammo that you've got loaded, then it will start reloading your clip. There has to be someone else there, I think. That can't... Yeah, there you go. Nice little bit of assisted damage there too. Poor Death Star. Oh. In the meantime, we now have the cap thing going on with Imo in the middle. And oh my god. I can't get over that. He's actually waiting for that 113 to make a move, but he's not. Death Star has been taken out, but he did just get spotted, so he has to be careful. That waffle is pretty much doomed. And so Bob is just relocating. I think he might be AFK to KPF. Oh, sorry, E75. Or a potato. Either which. No, he's not AFK. Nice little shot there. And now he's just reloading again. I mean, the E75 looks like a bit of a potato here, not gonna lie. And there you go. And this is again something, he immediately reloads his clip. He didn't really have to, but it's sort of like a safe bet that you're going to be able to do more with a full clip than a non-full clip. Nice tricky little track shot. And there you go. And now he's got some help coming. Aww. What a game that was. Let's see. That ricocheted. That did not. Cheeky. Oh, nice little bounce there. This is the thing, when you watch Bob play, he just makes it look so casual. Now the AMX there. Casually doing 4K now. Oof. AMX isn't even looking at him here. And now, that's a lot of damage to take. But I think he's just like going in for the damage now. Doesn't really care if he takes a hit. He had the HP to take it. Let's go get it. There you go. 5.1k damage. 5.4 actually. But wow. Lovely game all the same. And still, like, that game though. I actually forgot to go back to the portal. Oh well. I don't really care if I don't get all the rewards, but still. Whew. Room will be up in a few minutes, so I'm not going to be showing you another replay. This notification thing is basically the bug. And let's see. Basically I told Wargaming I'd stream any, so I only know which matches I will stream on the day itself. But so far, I've pretty much... The only team that I haven't seen playing yet is Jones and Raid. And Raid is because Every has asked to stream just Raid, so that's why I don't get to see them these round robins. And Jones just hasn't popped up yet with the matches that I've gotten. But for the rest, I like having seen everyone. Oh, in the meantime, Anya-tastic in the chat saying, yes, nice emo, best wishes, BPS. This is the thing. I want to believe that it's genuine. I'm never entirely certain about sarcasm, because they do that too. But I want to believe it's genuine, so I'm gonna go with that. But holy poop. These games just now, like, fantastic. Meanwhile, like in 3 minutes the room will be up, so that's just fine. Let's have a look at what is in the store while we have to wait anyway. Of course, the battle passes. I do kind of like the tank is a bit boring this time, but it does look kind of cute. In the meantime, not so much a fan of the Dicamax, not so much a fan of these two duos with the Action X. And I think it's a Chrysler K. Is it? Oh, the Ice-2-ish. That's the ugh, and the T20. That's... Yeah, that was me basically being stupid. But yeah, not a fan of either of these tanks. I got them mainly just to complete the collection, nothing more. These two are more fun, but still, they're not epic. However, I do know that there's a combination currently in store that is a lot more interesting. And that is this one. Both these tanks are absolutely lovely. And I absolutely love the camo on the 1951 as well, the Emil. But yeah, overall, they're really nice tanks. So if you have gold to spend and you want to spend it right now, like this day, I would advise this bundle. Like for me, the Spaghetti 46 is literally my favorite tank in the game. And the Emil 1951 is just lovely. And it's not that bad a bundle. Like, I paid more for it when I originally came, not gonna lie. But yeah. Whew. I'm actually still like winding down from that matchup. And I really hope that like the matches that we're going to get now are like equally epic. But that's like... This is why I like streaming tournaments so much, because this is the pinnacle of gameplay. This is what happens when you have 7 players that are coordinating together, that make tactics together, that are driving tanks that fit one another for a specific map or occasion or whatever. It's the pinnacle of gameplay. This is the potential that the game has if people communicated together and communicated well together. Like, I do not want voice chat in random battles because I'm pretty sure that we will be ear raped like constantly and the toxicity will... Wow, just no. Let's never do that. But I like... This is like... the gameplay wise, tournaments are the best. So the room invite should be up very soon. And then we're going to get ready for our second matchup. And here we go. Let's see, 4 minutes and 40 seconds left to go, so that's still plenty of time. Also, just for the record, like, after this matchup is over, I will be putting on my loading screen again and just play some music for you while we, so that people can get the rewards. Wargaming still hasn't gone back to me about the time as being too long. But yeah. Then there's just no helping it, and I don't want people to miss out on their free stuff, even if the free stuff is mediocre. For some people who can't spend money on the game, even this sort of free stuff means a lot, so I'm gonna go with that. Whew. 4 minutes left to go. Like you can hear, I'm actually still like catching my breath. I wasn't even playing and I'm catching my breath. Emo is there completely. Appa almost completely as well. And we are going to go to Openshot for the first match. Let's see. This is always the boring part. Like, that mean, like, the teams are not ready yet. But I understand why it's 5 minutes, because people can load in and check the internet and whatever and just get ready, or maybe they had a bathroom break or whatever. So it's nice that they have that time, but at the same time, it is always pretty boring to wait, not gonna lie. But oh my god, the matches that we had tonight. You can say a lot, but they definitely weren't boring, and I really hope that this matchup will be similar. There we go, all of Appa present. And all of Emo ready. With the name X50B, 2 IS7s, 2 E100s and 2 113s. No quick run round tank. And that can be a risk, but it can work out very well indeed as well. Now, the last time we saw this map, Appa was versus Phil. And they dominated pretty harshly here. Two minutes left to go. Max not entirely certain about his loadout probably, and don't think he's going to change his tank, but we'll see. And on the other side we see the VK90, the E100, 2 IS7s and potentially 3 EOs. See, these kind of matches, like, I get a little bit worried isn't the right word, but it takes my body literally cannot handle adrenaline all that well. So when I get that hyped and it's that intense, it literally takes me a few minutes to calm down again. And with a few minutes I mean, like, it can easily last 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And that just was really epic what we saw. 1 minute, 11 seconds left to go. Both teams are completely ready now. And then we'll see the first match of this best of 7. Let's see. I always like the VK90 and the E100. They're both great tanks. But I would never be able to comfortably play them enough to play them pro enough to take them out into a tournament. The thing is that when I meet an E100, I generally tend to promote their faces. But these guys are so good at angling that even that is hard against another pro. Almost ready to go now. And then the second matchup of the evening will begin. Oof, I was not sure what happened there, but that wasn't good. That would have been horrible if he had a 7 versus 6. Let's go. Loading you in time again. This map thing in the gate training room seems to really work. So I'm definitely going to keep doing that. Let's see. Appa focusing on the BC side. Emo doing the same thing. This might be a very chaotic epic brawl from the start. And they do spot each other. Oof, hits happening already. Max Verstappen not looking too healthy there. Taking another hit. He's in a terrible position there. He can't really do much. That is not going to be comfortable to him. Emo will have to move in hard if they want to save this. We have the E100s getting spotted. Max Verstappen losing more HP. Sin losing HP as he crosses over. Losing a lot of HP, but Max really now in a very big trouble. And Emo will have to move. Max Verstappen has been taken out. Sticky not looking too good there either. And now he's going to be clipped and taken out by Masio. It's actually Jennifer that takes him, but Cora takes out Osiol. Elon's now in trouble. Emo pushing over. And like I said, this is like an epic roll thing. Venu almost gone. Gets taken out by the 113. Cora now losing a lot of HP. Thing is, this kind of aggressive gameplay really suits Appa. And that is an issue because they're now playing to Appa's strengths rather than their own. Cora gets taken out. Moikar needs to be careful not to get... No, Dace is not going to be going well here either. Moikar gets taken out. It is now 3 versus 2. Bench carrier lucky to avoid getting hit there. He does get another hit in. Bench has to be careful not to get clipped here. Sorry, I'm not sorry. He is going to get clipped here by the Yo. Big hits into Masio there. Sorry, not sorry. Is going after DI7. Oof. That is... Not sure why he went out like that. Masio was still reloading. He didn't need to take that risk. And now Bench has taken the base. But this is oof. Big hits there. But that's going to be very tricky. He can take another hit, but he will need multiple shots to take out these two. And that's going to be very dangerous indeed. He does even take another hit, which means he's now a one-shot for Ernest. And this is E100 versus E100. But Ernest is still a very pro player. And that's going to be difficult as well. Neither of them actually hit that. Be still, my nerves. This is going to be very dangerous for Ollie here. That not penning might have just ended it. And he can take his time. There you go. Appa has the first game. Again, close. It was epic game though. It was close. And I think the only mistake that Imol made here was the AMX peeking out that far while going after the IS-7. I'm not sure why he didn't just go after the Yo here. But yeah, that is the heat of the battle. And Appa took it home deservedly. The thing is, Appa always plays very aggressively, and that's something that I'm not sure, but people tend to forget or something. One minute, 5 seconds left to go. Appa now ready with 2 Yos, an E100, 3 IS-7s, and a Vickers. They're leaving the VK90 behind. And on the other side we see Elon's was moved out. And they have 50 seconds to ready up. Max now in the spaghetti. Which we don't see in tournaments very often. Not in at this level. Don't get me wrong, I love the tank. It's my second favorite tank in the game. I really, basically, it's just a copy of the Spaghetti 46, but in the tier 10. But it is tricky to take that kind of tank, because they are pretty juicy. And they're leaving the E100s behind, going with 2 IS-7s, 3 Yos, a Vickers and a Spaghetti. So let's see. The second match of this best of 7. The second match on Openshot as well. Thing is, I often get comments about the fact that I do the bird's eye view a lot. And I do that mainly because the positions the tanks are in is not just relevant to their own position. They basically have positions to build each other, and for me the goal with the tournament is to show the movement of the team, to show why a team is doing something and what they're doing and what it means. Again, we see Appa heading towards the middle, and now we have Imo heading way more towards the base A side. And I think they are sensing that because Masio didn't actually spot anyone. Base B is being taken, and that's probably not something that they expected. The Yo's moving in, but I'm not sure they're going to be... No, they're not arriving quickly enough to reset that base. Korra getting a shot in. Now we have the Yo's arriving though, so they have to pull back and have to be careful. That was a very cheeky move by Appa. They basically read what Imo was going to do, predicted it, and it went really well for them. Let's see, blind shot by... Oh sorry, not a blind shot, he was shooting at Sticky there. Oof! Big hits into Pan there. And now we have the Yos going after the E100 there, potentially. Again, they have to be careful not to get trapped though. Sin losing quite a bit of HP. And now we have Ernest. This is cheeky. Look at this, look at this, look at this. He's going to come behind Korra. Basically now we have a big hit. There you go. HE hit. Into bench. Bench has to be careful. Might not survive it. Bounces that. There's quite a few low HP targets. Venu is on his own. First 2 tanks. That is not a good thing either. And now we have Sin taking out bench. Appa still having 7 players alive, if barely. Spaghetti wanting to take out Moikar. Not getting to though. And nearly losing his life in the process. Sticky needing to be careful. And there you go. Now it's just 2 guys left. And Appa has reached 1k points. Spun is the last one alive. But Appa just brutal. This is something I've noticed before. They thought that Appa uses that spotter and then it's like, okay, they're gonna do this or they're gonna do that. And they're on point quite a few times. That sort of like reading what the other team is doing has made all the difference for Appa several games. Like not just today, but also previous games we've seen. Fantastically played. And now we're moving on to Desert Sands, where versus Phil we saw another very epic game by Appa. Where they basically predicted what Phil would do. And then, instead of taking the bait, baited them instead. So we now see Appa taking a Vickers, 2 IS-7s, and 2 Vickers, sorry, and 3 Yos. Imo changing their lineup. And let's see. We now see 2 E50Ms, 2 113, 3 113s even, an E5 and an IS-7, and there you go, 1113 has changed into a Yo, or maybe not. Yeah, they are sticking with the Yo. That is a lot of firepower on Appa's side though, if they land all those shots And the 113s are relatively juicy. That can be very dangerous indeed. $20 left to go before... Oof, that's something that's happened quite a few times now. It's 15 seconds to come back. Or to move someone else in. 10 seconds. Come on, Emo. You're there. This is the kind of stuff you don't want that to happen, ever. I think Elon's might be having some issues here. And here we go, into the third match of this best of 7. And Emo will have to regroup. And take it back somehow. Let's see. We have the Vickers going there to spot, but not so much towards the base. The E50Ms going to the C-spawn. Lines of fire happening. All of Appa is at the train tracks there. We see lines of fire happening, but no base has been capped yet. Max is the first one to actually take a hit. Reaction now taking a little bit of a hit as well. And they're not going for a base here. Lots of fire lines happening, but very little damage being done. On both sides, to be fair. And they have to be careful, because now... basically, Emo should push back hard. It should focus fire, call the target. Vanu is very low in HP. He needs taking out. Pan is arriving at the back, but it's Max that takes him out. Moika, very low on HP as well. Cora is not going to survive this either. We have Yennefer that is arriving. Reaction, losing a lot of HP very quickly here. The focus fire is on point. I'm trying to show you all, but it's literally impossible. Cora is still alive somehow. Yennefer is sat on fire. And Cora is still alive. 7 versus 3 right now. Osiol being set upon. Cora still getting shots in despite having only 2 HP left. 2 HP. Oh my god. Sticky gets taken out. Osiol is almost gone. Cora goes the same second Osiol does, but it is still 5 versus 2. Ernest gets absolutely massacred here. And Masio is the only one, and he gets rammed by the E50. He might take him out, which he does not. He actually bounces. And there goes Masio in one of the quickest games I've ever seen. And this was basically Appa sort of more playing tactically and Emo not. And that really worked out in Emo's favor in this case. Appa pushing into the strength of Emo and Emo sort of wrapping around them, and it was chaos. But it worked out. Oof, these games though. 2-1 for Appa still. No match points yet. RG being moved in now. And we have Appa ready with 2 IS-7s, 4 Yos and 1 Vickers this time. Leaving 1 Vickers behind. And on the other side we see 2 T-22s, 2 IS-7s, 2 Yos and an E5. And we are getting ready for the second match on Desert Sands. And anything can still happen. Like seriously, there have been matchups in previous seasons where I'm just watching and it's a bit of a walkover and you kind of know beforehand who's going to win. I love how tense all the matches have been so far. Like, none of the matches we've seen has been a walkover. None of them has not been like incredibly tense. And it's epic. I really love it. It makes me really happy as a streamer, even though I can imagine that it's less fun for the tournament players themselves. Let's see. 16 seconds left to go, and we now see 1 IS-7 being changed for another Yo. And we are getting ready for the 4th match. And here we go! Let's see. I've loaded in on time every single game so far. I'm really happy with that. Let's see. Now we have Immo moving more towards the middle. Daze and Thori already getting spotted by the Vickers. And people are getting spotted moving across, crossing over. Cheeky shot. Oof! Pun! Getting absolutely massacred here. Barely surviving. That's not good. Immo pushing in. Masio getting out of there. Not sure what Max is doing here. Immo is pushing in hard, but they will need to push harder if they want this to happen. T22 is dealing with Yennefer. Moikar losing HP very quickly. Bench has almost gone. Pan is still looking very unhealthy indeed. But Bench is the first one to go. Moikar and Yennefer very low on HP. Yennefer has been taken out. And this is the thing though, they have to focus fire so hard here. Pan still alive, reactions gets sticky and Pan both gone here. It is 4 versus 5. That is that clip potential, and in this case, Pan losing so much HP so early on. That was not what I had intended. This is the thing, Max Verstappen is moving across, which is kind of what he has to do. Daze is moving in, Verstappen not going to live much longer. Cora is going in to punish Morcar, he does take him out. But we have Sorry I'm Not Sorry. Not looking too healthy. Ernest wanted to go in, he's waiting for that clip. Cora being set upon. And Sorry survives a split second longer, and now it's just Daze who does get the kill. But it is him versus 3 very healthy people. And there's just no way he's going to survive this. Even if he is the T22. And this will be the 3rd game for Appa. And that means that they will be up for match point. Daze taking it there. In this case, it's just running around. There's not really anything he can do. Aside from get hit. Oof, he actually got struck there as well. And that's going to be the end of Daze. He actually bounces once, but then he still blows up. And the match is for Appa. I think Pan losing that much HP and then Immo not continuing on with the push is what cost him the game here. Appa actually reacting very well here. And this is the thing I've sort of noticed with Immo's games. It is big risk, big rewards, but it doesn't always actually pay off. And now we have potential match point for Appa as we go to Canal in the 5th game of this best of 7. Anything can still happen, don't get me wrong, but it will be a tough pickle. And we see 3 AMX 50Bs, 1 IS7 and 3 Yos appearing on Appa's side. Versus 3 Batchats, 2 Kranwagens, a TVP and a Vickers. That is a very light, very mobile. There you go, TVP is being changed to a Kranwagen. Maybe. But there we go, 3 Batchats and 3 Kranwagens. That is interesting. And I wonder if we're gonna see one of those punishing matches. Like in this case, I think we have Immo starting at the south spawn. And last time we saw such punishing actions at base C there. And it was beautiful to watch, but so brutal. Whew. 18 seconds left to go before we go into the match. As said, potential match point for Appa. Immo has to bring it now, or they're not going to get the point for this matchup. Let's see. Dun 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 dun. Let's see what they're going to do. And we see Appa heading towards base B and A, whereas Imor is going for C and D. And it will be a lot about, there you go, Moikar pushing in to decap. 3 tanks there though. They do get decaps. They have to be careful. Base D is being taken. They are losing HP for it though. They have to be careful. But this is the danger. Locking down base C like that. And Korra having lost quite a bit of HP for it. That is not what they want. Because now Appa has the advantage. And all they need to do is lock down this side. And that is not something that Immo will like. And that gives Appa a huge advantage early on in the game already. And they can't wait too long to make a move now. Because even if they manage to get... That was cheeky. Blind shots happening to where Sorry I'm Not Sorry was. And they kind of have to get base C after all. And then they have to push either side. But you have 3 clippers on both bases. On base A and on base B. And whichever way you go, it will cost you a lot of HP to do it. Still blind shots happening in the bush that no one is at. And now they're blind shotting to the other bush. And the Batchats know it. They see those shots landing. More blind shots happening. We see the trace lines. Thing is, they know that someone has to be there for those for Moikar to be spotted. But this is the thing, they can't wait all that long. Right now they're just making them waste shots, but still. This is tricky though, like Appa is well dug in. And we see Immo regrouping both sides. And this is like, we are at 700 points for Appa. Max has been spotted. Sorry I'm Not Sorry hasn't been. But he is a Batchat, so he is very light and tricky. Masio has been spotted. And this is the thing, now they're moving in. And they're, oh, Max Verstappen losing so much HP so quickly. Sticky as well. Max Verstappen is not going to survive this. OCO is not surviving it either. But look at the amount of HP it took. And they're, basically it didn't give them any advantage here. They're going after the AMXs, which I get. Sticky, almost gone. Korra arriving. Going after reaction. Which is kind of what they need to do. They want that second shot. They want to save Sticky, but it's not happening. This is almost certainly Masio gets taken out. Korra going to get clipped in the bum here. And that's going to be the end of Korra, even especially since he got tracked there. This RG gets taken out. Sorry I'm Not Sorry gets taken out. Daze survives, as does Bench. But Appa wins on points already. Having locked it down expertly. It's been a while since we've seen a lockdown like that on Canal. But there's a reason that they used to happen so often. And Appa just showed that exactly. And in this case, the tank choice that Immo went with didn't help them. Because they had so many juicy, clippable tanks. It didn't work out for them. Massive congratulations to Appa for this. Because this was brilliant to see. But it was a bit of a monster score. Commiserations to Immo. You played really well. Your matches versus Loka were utterly fantastic. But versus Appa, Appa just plays pretty aggressively, and when they don't, they lock it down like they did just now. So let's see. Probably these matches aren't over yet, so I will probably show you a replay or two. Oh, Vil winning from BPS. Vil's got their first point. Oh, I'm so happy with that for them. I mean, I love BPS as well, don't get me wrong. Jones versus Raid is still going. But I mean, I like that Vil got a point as well. Because that's like, you're in the top 8. You don't want to end at 0. EG winner from Loka. And I think that's all the matches that we have. So we're actually just waiting for Jones versus Raid then. And for the scoreboard to update. Okay, well, I'll show you a replay of a game that I had today that I'm actually really, really proud of. Not gonna lie. Let's see. This is my 6th game in this tank. And I was mainly driving this because I wanted the TD avatar, the offer. And I hadn't gotten it yet. I aced the E4 a few games before this, and I still didn't get the avatar offer for that. So I was not happy. So I decided to just take this tank, see if it was like you needed a turretless tank or whatever. I have no idea. So I decided to just go with the Foch and see what happened. Let's see. I wanted to take this spot mainly so I can hopefully get some shots in. And this Motion seems a bit clueless here. Taking a hit. And he just stands there. He doesn't really do anything. Which allows me to get the second shot in as well. At the same time, the Chieftain has been taken out already. And I've almost reloaded, so I go back to my bush. Because I want targets. And now we have the VK gets a little bit, the Motion, sorry, gets a little bit less damage. But I still take him out because, yeah, I want to take him out. And now I'm just waiting to reload. But as the other Force wants to go, I decide to go with him. I managed to bounce this somehow, but he gets taken out. And then I go here. To do no damage and hit the ground. Got some nice assisted damage already though, so I wasn't too unhappy. The thing is, I wanted like a good game. I have no idea what the requirements for the avatar were, because the thing is, the icons that they show with it don't make any sense. So in this case I just go for the Hori. And I just wait to reload patiently. And kill him off. Now in this case, the WZ gets taken out. He's going to be very nice later on. And I decide to go back a little bit, but then I reload. And I take a shot into him. In the meantime, their mats are arriving at our back, so I want to be careful with that. We have the Yo that just took out the Foch. He's going behind the building, and I can't shoot him in time. So I decide to stay here. The Yo is really wanting me as well. So instead I managed to take him out. I do still take a shot though. And now it's just me and the Kranwagen versus 2. And I want the Kranwagen basically to just wait, because I'm still reloading my clip. I'm not sure where to go from here, position-wise. So I decide to push in a little bit and see if I can get the T62A. But then he pulls back a little bit, and now he's like actually on the bridge, and I can get a nice shot into him. We have the spaghetti pushing, which is like, here, there you go. The 1-to-1 is very, very polite. I take out the spaghetti. And I want him to wait, because like, with a med, if he gets behind me, I will be in a lot of trouble. And this is the thing, I see the way he's driving, and I'm pretty sure that he's going to come here. I've actually run out of AP, so I've got nothing left for Premo. And I do this, and I track him, and that is very lucky for me. He bounces on me. I don't have that much health left, so I'm Really happy to be able to do this, get 5 kills, 5.4k damage in a pretty quick game. I was pretty proud of this one. So yeah, that was a nice little mastery. 1546 base XP. 6 game in the tank, as I said. So I was pretty chuffed at that. Let's see, do we have a score yet? Like a proper final score for tonight. Looks like it. Raid 1 from Jones, 4-1. Oof. See, this is what I mean, like, the scoreboard is going up so evenly. We have BPS, Jones and EG with 4 points. Loka, Appa and Raid with 3 points. Imo with 2 and Veil with 1. Anything can still happen. It's fantastic. So, that is it for all the games tonight. That means that I will be going to my reload screen, basically, because I want you to be able to get the rewards. I mean, I still got like half an hour to go before I get all of mine. And I'm basically just running the portals to see where the timers are at, to be fair, but still. So yeah, that was it for all the games tonight. So I'm going to be just showing you this basically, together with this, so that people can get the rewards if they want. But all the games, the tournament games are over. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks Imo, Loka and Appa for the fantastic games that we had tonight. It was such a joy. And I'll be seeing you all tomorrow for the next one. Good night for now. Bye bye.